The war that was supposed to end all wars was unprecedented in its scale and devastation. From its start in 1914, it would take 3 more years for the United States to enter the fray. But the Americans living in Paris didn't wait to spring into action with money, supplies, and volunteers. The American Hospital of Paris became the heart of this effort.
The people who wanted to contribute, and there were thousands of them, came to the American Hospital to act as ambulance drivers, to work as doctors, as nurses.
Built to serve the large expat community, it opened its doors to wounded soldiers.
24 beds wasn't enough to deal with a growing number of casualties, so the Americans refurbished this school into a state-of-the-art military hospital.
Among the volunteers was Dr. Mary Crawford, a 30-year-old surgeon from New York. The Red Cross turned her down. No women doctors, they said, but the American hospital accepted her.
And I had 4 wards, so I had 40 men to look after, you see.
In Washington State, her grandson John Jaffe remembers a woman without fear.
I think she wanted to help because World War I was the great humanitarian crisis of the era, and it was a great adventure as well.
An adventure that would change her, as she described in letters to her fiancé.
And I can never look upon life the same again. An experience like this goes to the soul.
Advances in weaponry led to devastating carnage.
The head and face wounds are ghastly, with almost unbelievable disfigurement,
forcing medicine to respond and evolve. At hospitals like the American, doctors developed safer anesthesia, facial surgery, and antiseptics to prevent infections. But first, the wounded would have to get there. The hospital began using automobiles to transport the injured, a precursor to the modern ambulance.
This is one of the Ford Model T ambulances. They were driven by American volunteers, many of them college students who risked their lives on the front line.
Nobody expected that a war so intense could last so long. Nobody was prepared for the consequences.
Nearly 20 million perished, but amidst the death, hope. The birth of medical advances that continue to save lives today. Lucy Kafanoff, NBC News, Paris.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.